So here's this week's Eugene Weekly, Shelter from the Pandemic. And it's kind of fun. I like reading this. It's kind of nice, but this was funny. Here's a Savage Love. It's taken a lot to do this, but here goes. I am a 38-year-old gay male. I have been dating this guy for 1 year and 10 months. It's been a lot of work. He cheated on me numerous times, and he lives with me and doesn't work, and I've been taking care of him for 7 months now. He always accuses me of cheating or finds something to blame me for. What I am angry about now is how for the past 4 months he's been accusing me of playing games by conspiring with people to make him hear voices. If I look up at the ceiling or look around, he said I am communicating with them. I keep telling him I do not hear or see anything, but he insists that I am lying. He also says that I put a curse on him. One day I got up and he packed his bags and said he had had enough and walked out. He said I was not being loyal. This is a man who has been doing coke since the age of 14, and he is now 43 years old. He does meth and whatever else. He said that until I come clean about hearing the voices too, and admit I cast some sort of spell on him, he won't talk to me or see me. Mental illness runs in his family, and one sibling already committed suicide. He didn't want professional help because he says, I am too smart for that. I'm hurt and angry and want some advice. Any advice, please. Desperate for answers. Oh my gosh. I'm laughing because it reminds me a little bit of living with Satan for 8 months. And Satan is in my community as a young man who has schizophrenia and autism. And he really truly believes he's Satan and also the father of Jesus. I don't know if Jesus knows that, but and he would yell at me every day and blame me for anything and everything. Even trying to break him up with his partner who has PTSD from living on the streets from however many years and from whatever other experiences she has. And she told me that she's a Wiccan who wants a Catholic wedding. I think they're perfect for each other. I wouldn't want to break them up. I think they're a cute couple. They also told me they weren't opposed to cannibalism. That was an interesting 8 months. So I used comedy to help deal with that. I told them to eat my neighbors. They're bigger than me. And I told Satan he didn't want to mess with me because I was a witch and I would cast a spell on him. And he said I wasn't a witch. I was like a spice rack witch, like a kitchen witch. I said, oh no, I'm really a real witch. I have a picture of myself in first grade with red hair to prove it. And he goes, you don't believe in magic? I said, oh sure, yeah, I believe in magic and miracles. I believe in miracles and magic. And what's really strange is right after they got out of my neighborhood, I'm outside planting a persimmon tree in my front, and I meet my new neighbor who moves in across the street from me, and her name happens to be Snow White. And that's the truth. I cleaned her bathroom because that's on every witch's bucket list. I didn't pick out her name. But anyways, I still wonder about Satan and his sweetie and how they're doing. I hope they're doing okay. But the advice here is, I don't see the problem. A delusional and potentially dangerous drug addict with mental health issues who refuses to get help packed his bags and walked out of your life. Yahtzee, DFA, you win. It was his presence in your life and your apartment that was the problem, and your boyfriend, your ex-boyfriend, just solved it for you. Block his number, change your locks, and pray he forgets your address. You might want to seek some professional help yourself. You need to get to the bottom of why you wasted nearly 2 years on this asshole. Being alone can't be worse than being with someone who cheats on you and then accuses you of cheating. To say nothing of someone who abuses drugs, hears voices, and makes other irrational, delusional accusations. He wasn't just a danger to himself, DFA, he was a danger to you. He's out of your apartment, now you need to get him out of your head. Well, this is the other thing that's really kind of funny is I remember being married to my first husband, and he told me that he sometimes heard voices and also sometimes hallucinated. And he was convinced that the whole world was out to get him. And we used to be Sunday school teachers. And I remember one time during a series of some things happening that he would blow up about and get angry, like the car breaking down. I said, I think maybe these things are happening because I've been praying for you. And he said, don't you ever pray for me again. That's funny, because now he tells the judge he's afraid of me. That's funny, too, because I have no plans on hurting him. Or myself, or my children. So I'm pretty sure I'm not delusional, and I do know the difference between removing a head from someone's shoulders and removing a hinge, a pencil in a hinge to remove a door off of a rebellious teenager's bedroom after I get locked out on the roof because my rebellious teenager didn't want to clean her room. Yep. That was an expensive, fun time of being in not just a lockdown, but a lockout. And then finding my own bedroom door removed off of its hinges the next day. Well, that's a big fun joke. It's a big fun game that my family likes to play on me. So, anyways. What next? Cheaters, pumpkin eaters. There's lots of cheaters. Uh-oh, this one gave this girl herpes. But he's got anger too. Cheaters. Uh-oh, this one's having fantasies about not shitting where he eats. Here it says health authorities have advised us to shit where we eat for the time being. The New York City Health Department recommends masturbation help because you are and always have been your safest sex partner. But your next safest partner during this pandemic is someone with whom you live. The New York City Health has advised us to avoid close contact, including sex, with anyone outside your household. That doesn't mean everyone inside your household is fair game, of course. Some people are quarantining with their parents. Yeah, I married into a family of some pretty screwed up people. But if there was ever a time when you could afford or approach a non-related adult with whom you live to see if they might want to fuck around, now's the time. Apologize to the hot slacker in advance for potentially making things awkward and invite him to say no. If you're not interested, please say no, and I promise not to bring it up again. If the answer is yes, then send a video. Oh, goodness. Wow. Okay, so there's that one. That's for adults. And then you got the astrology. That's always fun. I like to read mine because these are always encouraging. Let's see. They all apply to me, but, I like to look at the one that fits my birthday month. Theologian St. Catherine of Siena observed, to a brave person, good and bad luck are like her left and right hand. She uses both. The funny thing is, Virgo, that in the past you have sometimes been more adept and proactive in using your bad luck and less skillful at capitalizing on your good luck. But from what I can tell, this curious problem has been diminishing for you in 2020 and will continue to do so. I expect that in the coming weeks you will welcome and harness your good luck with brisk artistry. Yay! So tonight I have the good fortune of being interviewed by a movie producer because I had the good fortune of being in a movie, a paid position. So that's the good fortune of my being a paid actor, which would catapult me into the category of a professional actor. If you get paid for something, you're a professional. I like doing Sudoku. That's one of my favorite games. I don't like the Jonesin crossword. It's got too many PTSD words in it, like Jonesin. Jonesin around. This is a cutie pie. Look at her. She's a Eugene country singer-songwriter, Michaela Marie. Her family supports her art. Her family supports her music and her writing. My family doesn't. Says, I want to get my songs out there and impact people's lives that way. The words are the important part. If my words can reach people, that is what I want to do. Me too. I happen to like comedy. If my words can reach people and help them laugh, that's what I like to do.